Janice Hagan, the NDP candidate in this race. Your best vote on February 8th. I live in Markham 18 years. I have 3 kids here. I also work at Seneca College, helping students stay in school, helping new Canadians get meaningful work in their professions. I've been a union representative for 18 years, representing the most diverse workplace in Ontario, the support staff of Seneca College. I'm also a provincial union leader, so I have dealt with the government, with post-secondary education issues. My specialty in the union is disability rights and fighting for human rights. So I also have a lot of experience in the healthcare system, and that's a very good background for provincial politics.
Is this the first time you run for politics?
No, this is my 3rd try at the provincial government. I've been running also federally in Markham 3 times. It's it's a very important message we are bringing out about the environment, about healthcare, and we'll keep running until people are ready to listen and ready to do something for the future.
So what makes you so fancy about running for public office?
This time, or?
Yeah. Including the last few times.
I have enough to do without that, but I also go to school full time. But I don't see any politicians today doing important things for the future, for our environment, for our green spaces, for the air, for global warming. Nothing is being done, and I can't sit back and hope that someone else is going to fix it. So I got involved.
So how long have you joined NDP? And then
I've been with the NDP all my life as a voter, even as a kid, and I joined the party about 15 years ago.
So
with Michael Tang's. Michael Tang was our candidate the first election I helped out here in Markham.
Okay, so you believe in NDP principles, your values, is that right?
All my life, yes. The NDP principles of justice and fairness for everybody in Ontario, not just to build a fortress around the rich so they can continue one lifestyle and everything else is anarchy. It's very important that we build a province for everyone where nobody is left out. All children have access to education, quality education, ESL training if they need it, special education classes if they need it. We need to make sure everybody has access to health care, not just those who can afford it. We're losing that with the privatization of our hospital expansions. We also need to make sure that the environment is for everyone, and that that we have clean air, that we're protecting our green spaces, the Oak Ridges moraine, the rivers, the habitats for species. We need to make sure that we are adapting to the climate change and not just ignoring it and hoping it won't happen or leaving it for another generation to figure out.
So you say you were running election before in the same Markham riding?
I've always run in Markham. That's the only place I want to represent. I love Markham. I've lived here all of my adult life.
Mm-hmm. So any lessons learned from the past, why you don't win for the past?
Well, I think strategic voting is a huge issue for the NDP up in Markham. I know people like me because they tell me that at the door and in the debates, but everybody's afraid if they vote NDP, the Liberals will get in or the Conservatives get in. But this time is magic because this time the strategic vote is NDP. We need to send the Liberals a strong message. It's not about changing the government. We just need to send a message to tell them that doing nothing for 4 years is not good enough. We need some action. And so if people want to give the Liberals that message, the strategic vote this time is with the NDP.
So you have what kind of confidence level you will win this time?
I have a very strong confidence level from going door to door, from winning all the debates, people need to pay attention to this election. My only fear is that the voter turnout might be low because, of course, they picked a quiet time of year to run this election. I hope everybody will get out and vote because we can't take the leadership of this province for granted. We need to get out there and tell the Liberals what we think and what we want for the future, for our children and our grandchildren.
Okay. It seems that you're running a late campaign, so do you catch up the other competitors? Or?
We're not running a late campaign. I am a public servant. As a worker at Seneca College, I'm a Crown employee, so I'm not allowed to campaign until I take a leave of absence or I quit my job. I'm not allowed to do both. So I was nominated. I had to work a few more days just to clean up and to pass my responsibilities on. and then I left to campaign. So yes, it is a disadvantage for government employees, but that's let's keep the people who actually know what's going on in government out of the race. That's a law. The Crown Employees Act is designed to do that, and that is a serious issue.
So if we get elected, will you be a full-time politician?
Of course, yes. I'll be more than full-time. As I said, right now I work full-time, I go to school full-time, I'm a union representative, and I raise 3 children. So if anybody's concerned about how much work I can do, don't worry about it. I will be giving full-time to the MPP. I'll still have my 3 children, but Queen's Park will be more than a full-time job for me, no problem.
So you say you live in Markham for a long time.
My husband was born here. I've lived here pretty much since we were married. We lived a year in Oak Ridges, actually, and then we moved here.
So what needs to be done for Markham?
The biggest thing is to fix the transportation in and out of the city. We need to have more public transit faster. We need to start buying our buses in Canada and not overseas. But we need to expand the Viva faster. It needs to go all the way to Cornell, to the hospital, up past 16th to the Burr Oak area. We cannot spend our money on more highways. More highways create more cars, more urban sprawl. It will be a bigger problem. We need to focus on public transit, and we need to transform our communities so that people appreciate the need for public transit and start using it more. We have a lot of young people. All the young people of Markham are taking public transit. We now need to get their parents and some of the longer time citizens on the buses.
Okay. The last one is that I'll give you 1 minute commercial time. So tell our voters, our audience, why they will have to vote for you.
Good. Well, voting for the NDP in this election is the strategic choice. We're not going to change the government. No matter who you vote for, McGuinty and the Liberals will be in charge until October. If you vote Liberal, you're telling them, that's fine, we like what you're doing, keep doing nothing, we're happy with that. If you vote Conservative, you're saying we want to return to more tax cuts, cuts in services, cuts in healthcare, privatization. The only strategic vote is Janice Hagan, NDP. Send a message to the Liberals that doing nothing is not good enough. You want action. Action on environment, on healthcare, and on education. Thank you. My fellow citizens have taught me Kong Fei Fat Choi. Happy New Year. I wish you all the best, a prosperous New Year, not just with money, but with a beautiful environment, a strong community that we can leave our children and our grandchildren. Thank you.
Good.
Yeah, if there was a problem, I'm sure Barry would have.